Hello everybody, welcome in. I know it's been a bit of a while since my last stream, but my leg's been a pain and I really didn't want to do anything, so I didn't. But I thought, sod it, let's get some more Lego done, get it all done and out of the way, because I want to see what this looks like when it's finished. So, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a little bit of out of sequence Lego build. I know you're desperate for it, Falky. You'll get some in a sec. In fact, let's switch over to this one here. So, if anyone doesn't already know, I'm in the middle of building the Lego Nintendo Entertainment System. It's a very, very large kit, which includes both the console with a controller and cartridge and a TV set. So at the moment we're working through... Don't knock the camera, Richard. Don't knock the camera. At the moment we're working through the console build. We got the first 4 bags done at the last weekend when I did the first stream for it. And we're going to go and see if we can get a couple more done tonight. See how we feel after the 2 bags. And go from there. So, without any more ado, let us get the next bag in. Just for you, Falky. ASMR time. So, as usual, we'll get this opened up. We'll get the parts sorted by colour. And then we'll get them knolled out to make them easier to retrieve when we need them. Does that feel good, Falky? I hope so. It's all for you, my man.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Shut up, bitch. So what have we got in the smaller bags? Okay. So we'll put this one into here. And this one, we'll sort some of these smaller pieces out, but leave the majority out on the table. Oh, it's getting better, but it's taking its time about it. Still sleeping in the armchair because I don't want to get the bed dirty with Beth in it since she's back. And I don't want to get the room dirty, to be fair, either. Better to let it breathe a little bit. Got an appointment with the nurse tomorrow for her to check the dressing and make sure it's all okay. Make sure I'm dressing it correctly. And we'll see what she says. I think she's going to try and drag the doctor in to have a look and see what they think as well. So we'll see. We'll see how we get on. Yeah. Beth's already told me off for being an umpty. Over and over again. Okay, so let's get started with sorting this stuff. So while I'm doing this, how is everybody today? How is your week going? Great, Falky, great. Any signs of popping from the young lady? Or is she still struggling around? Ooh, nearly daddy but Falky. I'm really expecting a Fools and Horses announcement when the baby finally arrives. You got to come on stream and say it's a baby. Which is the point. We've not seen you streaming ages, mate. We're missing you loads. Can't wait till you can come back and say hello to everybody. Yep, that's the sounds. I like it. You got to get knitting, Bab. You need to get them cuddly toys down to him. Yeah, well, let's get those out of there. Scooch that over. Oh, it's going to be a girl. Olivia. What a lovely name. I didn't even know. Or if I did, I've completely forgotten. Congratulations, mate. You probably did. I'm just... You know what my memory's like. Or Beth does. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. It's going to be the OG flaky. Right, so we've got the colour sort. Let's get these things knolled so we can make easy work of the build. So let's get plates up to there. Plates up, blocks down. That's a point. Me being paranoid, there's the sound on this so far. Is it okay? Music okay? My voice okay? I'm going to keep on asking until I... No, I'm going to keep on asking. I'm never going to get used to this. Of course, once I've reclaimed my office space and got back in there for the builds and streams and stuff, I'm going to have to reset up all my sound anyway, so... Great, thanks, Folky. Put my mind at rest. Making progress, making progress. There we go. That's the knolling complete. sec while I just tweak a setting over here. That's better. Make that a bit more readable. Right. So we've got the knolling done. Let's make a start with the build. Page number 120, step number 140. We're straight in on the main block. And we need that. One of those and one of those. There we go. First step ready. On to 141. Yeah, that looks right. So we have the yellow plate on the bottom of the 4x2 block, and we have these side connector pieces on there. With smooth plate there and the 4x1 block behind, and that attaches directly in front of that piece that we just put on. So we need two 2x4 plates with the holes through. You can see that on there. Got the 3 holes through the middle of the plate. And those attach one on the very top and one on the front. Feels okay. A little bit of dust on it because it's been out for a week. And some more, so we need one more 4x1 block, one 2x4 smooth plate, and 2 more of the side connectors. So those go onto the underside of the block, and then the smooth plate on the top. And that attaches onto there. Some of these connections are so weird, but they work so well. Hi Kirby, welcome in. How you doing, mate? Beth, could you do a few shout outs for me? Or Falky, whoever's still around. Anyone and everyone. need to mute this. Excellent, good to hear, mate. You having anything nice for dinner? Me and Hedgie had some Mackie D's. Couldn't be bothered to cook. Well, healing, I don't know about well. I've got an appointment with the nurse tomorrow for her to have a look at it to make sure it's all going okay. Make sure I'm dressing it properly as well. So fingers crossed, it should all be good. It's really just annoying me at the moment. Well, they started doing home delivery now. That's why we're getting it. It's a bit ostentatious, but you know, every now and again you gotta just splurge, haven't you? Oops. Double tap. So we need another 4x1 plate and a 2x1 plate. It's appreciated, mate. Thank you very much. If it drops off, I know who's to blame. But like I keep on telling everyone else, it's not like I haven't got a spare. Well, have you had a look on Just Eat or Uber Eats? Do they deliver around there? Right. Sorry, I keep on looking over my shoulder. Joe's doing my entry animation for his stream now. Lego blocks. No, I understand what you mean by that. Yeah, they're not really well done. I mean, both Just Eat and Uber Eats encourage you to tip the drivers. Why the hell should I tip the drivers? Pay them properly and I won't have to. And to be fair, the only problems we've had is them not being able to find the place. So when they do eventually get here, the food's a bit cold. So it's not awful, but once they've found it once, they're usually okay coming back. Is that a 4? It is a 4. It's one of those. I got another one. No worries at all, Falky. You lurk away. You know my policy on lurking in this stream. Anytime you need to. Plus I love seeing that lurker thing. I was definitely on form when I came up with that. Okay, I think that's correct. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 with a smooth plate on the front. Yep. And that attaches into there. Nice, nice. Looks like we're doing another one. To there, that onto there, and then attach onto that. So we'll start another one of those. No worries, mate, it's fine. Okay, I think that's right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we've got to do that twice. So would have been nice to do that, tell us we're doing that twice at the beginning of the steps, but you know, we'll get there. That's 4. One more. And 2. And then one of those on the front. And that should match that. exactly. There we go. And they attach on the yellow plates. Okie doke. So that's one there. And one. Oop, don't do that. Stay there. There we go. One there. It's definitely looking recognisable. Right then. Step 167. That's a 6x1 plate. And one of these buggers. Two of these buggers. And the beige plate on top. Clamp the two together. 4x4 plate on top of there. And we've got a 2x4 block behind there. Two smooth 2x4 plates on top. Alright, you go to there. So that's 2, 4. Okay, so it's going to be all of those and those two. So that and that. Dark grey there. And that and that and a dark grey smooth plate there. And that slots in at the back. If I can get a decent grip on it. There we go. There we go. So that's the grill piece across the top. And looks like we're going to be filling in some bits and pieces along that side. So we need 6x1 plate. Let's scooch stuff around so that we can get stuff in here a bit better. That looks like a, yeah, that's a 3x1 smooth grey plate. Will be in here. So there's two of those. One of those. So now we've got 3 2x1 green plates. I say green turquoise, I suppose. 2 2x1 smooth turquoise plates. 2 black 2x1 with a side peg. There's one, and there's number 2. One black smooth plate. Yep, there it is. One black 2x1 plate. One black 2x1 with a single top stud. And one one single square stud in black. And I think that's everything for this step. So these all attach down this side here. So starting from either end, that's where the smooth light grey plates go. So next to it from the back we have block, goes in the corner, and we have the two with the pegs, so one right at the back against there, a single stud block next to that, and then a 2x1 with the side peg there. Marvelous, marvelous. Some of the guts, I think most of it is actually just structural to keep it all fairly strong and supported. But yeah, there's the card ejects in there, so they've got some of the bits and pieces. It's quite interesting. Some of the connections they've got us go doing as well, they're weird, but they work. Okay, now we've got a line along the front of there. Ah, that's where the long black one that goes into that edge there. I mean, they've also got, as part of the build, a cartridge that you build which will slot into it as well. So the front will lift up, cartridge will slot in and pop down, just like the actual console. So that's really amazing. Awesome bit of engineering. Okay. Smooth one there. Smooth one next to it. Turquoise again. I know, they've gone into a lot of detail on this. Just wait until you see the TV once we get that going. That's even more incredible. But that's not going to be for a while yet. Let's get this finished first. There we go. I mean, so far on the build we've got power and reset buttons on the front along with the power light. It doesn't light up at the moment. I'd have to buy a separate light up kit. We've got the controller ports 1 and 2. We've got the audio and video sockets. On the back we've got power and the other connections that were in the back of there. I can't remember what they were now, but that was definitely the power. That, I can't remember what the white connection was now. I really can't. That's annoying. But yeah, it's gone into a lot of detail on this. It's awesome. Right, next step. Still working down the same side. we have two of the 2x1 blocks, 4x1 blocks rather. One 2x1 with a cross hole, two turquoise 2x1 blocks, and then we're diving back into here. So we've got a 1x1 block, one black 2x1 plate, one black single stud plate, and one of these weird round stud collectors, and two turquoise 2x1 plates. I think that's a lot, so two of those, one of those, one of those, two of those, two of those, and one, and one. Yep, that's it. So where do these go? Single stud block is there, with the black 4x1 there. A turquoise block going out there. There's going to be some sort of shaft going through there by the look of it. Okay, that's looking good. So now on there we need a 2x1 plate. Oops. And we have the 4x1 block again. The other turquoise block coming out there. Turquoise plate, and one stud plate, and then that pip goes in the middle between those. There we go. Step 181 complete. 182. So we've got three 3x1 plates, one 4x1 block, one 2x1 with a cross hole, two more turquoise blocks, one single stud block, one 2x1 black plate, and three green cylinder posts. There we go, 2 and 3. Okay, so first off, we're stacking two of these 3x1 plates, and they go down the front there. So we have that 2x1 block with the cross hole slips into the gap there. The 2x1 plate goes next to that on that side, and 3x1 on the other side. one turquoise block on top of there. Single stud block in there with the black 4x1 next to it. Turquoise block there. And then these are, okay, so they're upside down and they're attaching. Stay there, you. Onto those. There we go. So I'm not sure what those green pieces are going to be. It's certainly going to be interesting getting there to find out. So, next step. Okay, 4x1 block, 2x1 with a cross hole, one 3x1 plate, one smooth 2x2 turquoise, and then we've got one single stud block and one single stud plate. Again, still going down this side. So where do these go? So we've got the black 4x1 there, 2x1 with the cross hole next to that. Work back from the corner here, so we've got the single stud block there, 3x1 going in there, and that's floating there. Oakley dokley. Just a small one there, so it's a 6x1 and one 2x1 turquoise. So 6x1 goes on top of there like that, holding that overhanging piece in place, and the 2x1 on top of those blocks at the back. Marvellous. And on the next step, 185. So that three 3x1s, one 6x1, two turquoise 2x2 smooths. So we have a 3x1 on the end here. Followed by two of the 2x1 like that, 2x2 rather, like that. Aha, okay, so those then go into there. So it's a 3x1 there, 6x1 next to it, and 3x1 on the end. We've got the smooths and one turquoise square smooth plate. So that one goes onto the block at the end. Then we have smooth pieces running down the length there, and that one on the end. Marvellous, marvellous, marvellous! I think I can see what this is down this side. I think it's supposed to be representative of a level. So what we got here, we need one round stud, one gold stud, well, bronze yellow, one orange, one stud plate, one turquoise one stud plate, and one turquoise, four turquoise one stud smooth plates, and 3 and 4. Okie dokie. So first off, we have those stacked together like that, and go on to a single stud black piece there. So then we've got that stacked on that, so then we've got one smooth on the top there, the stacked one, straighten off a bit, goes next to that, if it'll go in, there we go, and then down the steps a ways. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but it was looking a little bit like a Mario level. So next we need 2 of these paddle pieces and 2 smooth orange plates. So these mount on top of there. And then they slot into those cross holes from 2x2 blocks. Something like that. So yeah, so now we've got 2 more platforms. If there was any doubt before, I think it's going to be pretty definite now. So we have that one. We have two more. Oops. The cylindrical blocks. And those half circle things. So then we have first piece I've dropped today. And where did it go? Didn't go far. It's on the shelf under here. Swap out the parts on the inside. Sacrilege. Get an old NES, you played the bugger. There we go. So this is definitely looks like a pipe. Yep. So a pipe there, and then down the back we've got the warp pipes. Welcome in, Raf. I see someone found them, the sound alerts. Thanks for joining us. Oh well, welcome to the stream. I hope my English is good enough for you to understand. If not, just enjoy the view. So I don't know if you saw anything before, but we're in the process of building the Lego Nintendo NES console. As you can see, we're a good chunk through it. I would say somewhere in the Middle East. Not the Middle East. Nah. Maybe Poland, maybe? I don't know. I'm useless at guessing stuff. So now we're putting a bit of a border around this. Did I guess right? Poland. If I did, bloody amazing. There we go. Yeah. So that is bag number 5 completed. Got us the grill piece across the top, a very distinctive NES, and a little hidden Mario level. Me, I'm in my 40s, mate. Yeah, I'm in my 40s. Doing Lego is a bit of a hobby. And why the hell not? I'm earning, I have the money to spare, so let's spend it on something fun. And then share it with people as well. So I've got another small pieces spare there. So, where are we? We've been going for... Where's my timer? An hour? Okay, I'm going to take a short break. Now we've finished that bag, just to stretch my legs a bit, because it's not very comfortable sitting in this chair. I need to get that sorted out. I'll be back in 5 minutes or so. And we'll carry on with bag number 6. Yeah, I'll have a drink as well, Kirby. Well, you're welcome to go and make yourself one as well. Yeah, so I shall be back in a short wee while after I've had a bit of a break. In the meantime, by all means, have some fun with stickers and sounds. And yes, Raf, it is the Mario. It's the NES console with the TV. So we're actually building the console part at the moment. So yeah, I shall be back in a few minutes. Don't go away. Bye. Mr. Joe Henning, welcome in, mate. Oh, you literally just caught me as I'm coming back from a break. Needed to stretch my legs after completing a bag, and we've got one more to go for tonight's stream. How are you on this lovely evening? I appreciate you, as always. You are always welcome in, and your friends are always welcome too. So just before you go, let's show you how far we've got. Switch back over to this scene here. So we've about halfway through the set, completed bag number 5. We've got the grill completed. Hey, thanks for the follow there, Nim. And Raf, thank you for your follow as well. Completely missed that. So we've got the... Thanks for the follow, Just. Appreciate it. Absolutely appreciate it. Thank you. So we've got the distinctive grill, and there's also a little hidden Mario level that they've tucked into the side here, which I think is actually going to get covered up in the next step, but it's a nice little hidden feature in there. But as always, thank you for popping in, Joe, and thank you for bringing everyone along. If you don't know what we're building, we're actually building the Lego Nintendo NES. As you can see, we're kind of a large chunk of the way through the console itself. So it's got the console, a controller, cartridge, which actually slots in and locks in place as well. But it's also got the TV to go with it as well. So that's going to be a number of streams before we get all these finished, but working through them as best we can. And you just caught me coming back from break, and we're about to start bag number 6. So as always, because they're designed that way, we'll have a bit of ASMR while I open up the bag, get everything separated, and then we'll start doing a sort by colour before we do a final knolling to get everything into an easy position to build, and then we'll get started putting everything together. So let's just get those spares out of the way and get ready for some ASMR. This is quite a large bag by the look of it. Certainly one of the larger ones so far. Not missing anything. So what small bags have we got? Okay, so that one will go into there. What have we got in here? A couple of small pieces which we'll drop into there as well, just so we don't lose them too quickly. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so let's get started on the colour sort. We've definitely got mostly grey on this one, so I'm going to go over to the far side. So we'll get the rough sort done first. So all colours in the same colour in the same place. Before we do some knolling. And for anyone that doesn't know, knolling is when you lay out the pieces in a neat and tidy pattern. I know it's looking a lot more impressive than I thought it was going to be looking at this point. We've still got a fair way to go, but it's looking pretty decent. I did catch most of your streams, yeah. I had it on the background while I was doing some of this. I saw some of that Lego dropping in. It was looking very impressive. There is indeed. So as well as the console and the TV, we've got a cartridge which will actually slot in, and it's got the mechanism to hold it in place as well when it's in there. Well, you did see it on the shelf, Jer. You could have grabbed it. I'm sure your fine young wife would have had something to say about it if you did, but you could have. Me, I've just got Hedgie and she don't care. She actually bought this one for me. Hey Ritsu, sneaking back in the corner. Or did you mistype? So yeah, that's the colour sort complete. Nice and simple. So now we just need to get the knolling done. This is the time consuming and relaxing part. It's very, very therapeutic getting this bit done. So bear with me while we get this everything sorted out. So let's get blocks up to the top. Plates down to the bottom. And everything in between off to one side. Sounds like someone's killing themselves out the front. Some screaming kid or other. Okie doke. So we've got extra long ones there. That's a point, Joe, if you're still around. I've started looking into Firebot after seeing how it looks on your stream. Looks really cool, so I'm seeing if I can work out how to get it working for mine. So it looks like it would be really cool and give me a lot more options for doing things than the basic cloud bot that comes with Streamlabs. Not that I'm going to get rid of Cloudbot completely. I've already got stuff set up in there, so I'm sure I can either keep them both going or maybe transfer everything across. We'll see how it goes. Definitely a steep learning curve, but like you say, throw yourself into it and learn what you can, and you can't really go very wrong with it. It's not like I'm really going to break anything if I try anything with it, so why not give it a go? Charming, thank you very much, Raf. And if you didn't hear me when I came back in from a break, Raf, thank you for that follow, it's appreciated. Every single follow is appreciated. I'm pretty new to streaming, so building up my follow base is always appreciated. No, that's awesome, mate. Oh, I saw that message to say you'd built something. What was the creator set that you've just made? I've got a nephew the same age as you. Okay, cool. So one of the Lego City sets. I used to have loads of those when I was about your age. And then when I got older, my mum threw it all out, so I have to start buying all stuff again. But now I'm a bit older, I'm going for a bit more technical stuff, a bit more detailed. But I used to love building all that stuff. Creator set. Flats coffee shop. Pet shop. Okay, well, I've not seen that one. How did you find the build though? Was it good? Did it all go as you expected it to? thought I recognised this. It's the music from Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Pure imagination. The bit when they go into the chocolate room. There we go. Knolling completed. Robert, my young man, how are you? I'm well, thank you, mate. Leg's still playing up a little bit, but we're getting there. We're getting there slowly. How are you doing, mate? You been keeping yourself well? No, I absolutely understand that, mate. Tired is my kind of level state at the moment. And Beth's. She's gone to bed and she's asleep. Oh, you've been keeping yourself busy though? Okay. Let's have a look. So, starting off, step 191. So, first off, we need a 3x1 block and a single stud block. Goes on the end of there. Let's keep it straightened. And let's try and stay in the shot as well, that will be helpful. A right angle block goes onto the end of there next to it. And then we have a, where are we? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10x1 block, which I think is that one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yep, that's the one. And that attaches onto there. That's a 6x1 block. Two white 2x1 blocks. 4 2x1 grey plates. 3 and 4. And 2 2x2 grey plates. And there they are. So, making 2 of these, starting off with a 2x2 plate with the white block on one side. Then we have a plate on top, a plate underneath, plate on top, plate underneath, and then those attach, that one there, a 6x1 there. Go on, you know you want it. There we go. And then that overhanging the end on there, just like that. And we need another 10x1, which goes onto that end there. Okay, we're after another 3x1 block. right angled block and one stud. So we have the one stud goes onto one end over there. Straighten that up. And that attaches on the other end of there. We're doing another of these. And another of those. Okay, so 1 2x2 and 2 2x1s. Attached in there. One on top, one on bottom. And that in there with that one in there. Now it's not very well held together at the moment. A bit loose in that middle bit, but we'll soon change that. So we need 4 3x1 plates, and that'll be in here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Stacked in twos, and they attach on each end. There we go. Step 199. Need 2 of the 10x1 blocks, 2 3x2 plates, the long black plate, and 2 one stud plates like that. So where are we? We have get on there, you. These two grey blocks go along there, like that. Helping to hold that together. We have a single stud in the corner on each end. Three by two on each end there, and the black plate attaching to those white blocks along the top like that. On to step 200, and then we need to cover the top of that with 11 of the 3x2 smooth plates, and they just go down in a line along the top. Do. There's number 10 and 11. And there we go. that slots onto this side and covers up our little mini Mario level. So, ta-ta, and hide away under there. I'll have to remember that's there, because that is a very cute little thing. There we go. So that side is looking a lot like an NES console now. So we need to swing that around. Do. So I need 3 8x1 plates. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's those 3 there. Let's scoot up a bit, make some more room. 1 looks like a 10x1. Maybe that one there. 1 4x1. Out. 1 2x3. And 1 2x1. There we go. That's all of those. So that's already there. So we have 2 of the 8x1s across the front. 4x1 down the side. And a 2x3 at the end of that. And at the back end we have the longer of the 2 remaining, the 10x1 first, then the 8x1 and 2x1 in the end. Okie doke. So all 4 of those and 3 more 2x1 plates. So starting on this side, we have 1 in there, then a 2x1 spacer, and another one of those, another spacer, one more of those, spacer, and the last of those, just like that. Right, along the back of those we've got the yellow, not the yellow, the red. I'm not colourblind, promise. The red blocks slot onto the back of these. So we've got a 2x2 block and 2 2x2 plates. And the plates stack on top of the block. And the block goes next to there. Okay, so we've got a 3x3, we've got a 3x1, which is in here. There it is. Three by one block. These two slope pieces. Yep, that's that. Now to go together, we have a 3 by 1 block on the bottom of that 3 by 3 plate. Flip it over, and we have slope pieces attached underneath, and the 3 by 1 plate going on top, and then that attaches in next to that block there. Okay, so that's 2, 4, 6 by 1. How many of those we're looking at? 4 of those. So 2 and 4. Scooch those down a bit. And one of the very long ones. Okey doke. So where do we go? From the front corner here we have a 6 by 1 into there. The really long one going down to the back corner there. And then 3 of these across the back edge. Now we have a 2 by 1 block, 4 by 1 plate, and 2 6 by 1 plates. So where do these go? We have 2 by 1 goes onto the front edge there, and these go across the front. So we've got the 4 by 1, followed by the other 2 to fill in all the way along the front. So this time we need 2 of the really long ones. Hey, nice one, Ritsu. What's being built here? What's being built here? Do I really need to tell you? We're still building the Lego NES console, and we've made a hell of a lot of progress because it's looking a lot like an NES console, especially from that side. So we've got the power buttons, the reset button, the controller ports, got the audio video in and out, we've got the power and stuff on the back there, and then on this side we actually have, if I can get this off without breaking anything, there's a little hidden compartment that has a little hidden Mario level inside. So that's a little hidden secret in there. So we'll cover that back up again. Yep, it does. It's even got the working cartridge retention system. And we will be building a cartridge which should slot into it at some point. But for now, we're up to step 209 in bag number 6. And we just need to get these parts sorted. So we need a 4x1 block. Two 3x1 blocks. And one right angle block. Yep, that's the lot. So we have a, let's get this right so I can see where we're going. So we have the 3x1 in the back there. A really long piece across to there. I know it's looking awesome, isn't it, Ritsu? And that's just the first part. Once we've finished building the console, we've also got to build the TV to go with it. So that's going to be an adventure in itself as well. So where are we? 4x1 goes there. A ridiculously long one goes there. Yep, just like that. There we go. Right angle in the corner. And a 3x1 there. There we go. And next, step 210, we have 4x1, two smooth plates, one smooth 2x2. The TV I think is about that big compared to the console. Let's try that with my hand actually showing. So let's shift the console over that way a bit. So edge of the console, yeah, I think the TV is about that big. Up to about there. Okay. Okay, those go into there, and then these go across the front edge there. There we go. Did you see how big I think the TV is? So if we scoot that over, edge of the TV to about there, I think. So it's going to be pretty damn huge. So that's that step done. 211. Good to hear, mate. Good to hear. All settled down. So did you see how big I think the TV was going to be? Because I measured it out twice, but I don't know if he was buffering. Okay, one more time. Hey, welcome back, Joe. Welcome back. Oh, I was just telling Ritsu how big I think the TV is going to be. Since he was buffering and couldn't see it properly. Scoot that over a little bit there. I have a feeling the TV part of it is going to be about that big. And then up to about there. I think. So it's going to be quite a big piece. Okay, that goes, yeah, that attaches onto there, there, and there. There we go. It is. It's going to be blooming massive, and I have no idea where I'm going to display it. I'm hoping I'm going to have some space in the computer room when I shift everything back over to there. Put it on display behind me, but we'll have to wait and see. There we go, that's all those. So we have 2x1 there. Two 6x1s go from there and there. So what do you think, Joe? Are you gonna think about getting yourself one of the Lego kits? I know you're really interested in this one, but do you think the missus will allow it? One of those and one of those. I might have to make two of these again and it doesn't tell me to. No, I won't. I've only got one of those. Okay. That slots into the front of there. And a 2x1 into there. Is it that one? Yep, it's that one. So that attaches into there. That attaches. Ah, right, okay. That slots into the back of that. Okay. And we have that right angle going in there. There we go. Hinge, handle, whatever, on the green. So the green goes into the middle of there. Would have been so much easier to put that on there before that was in there, but never mind. And that goes on the top. So now we've got a 2x1. And is that a 4x1? Yeah. So the 4x1 goes across the front edge. 2x1 goes behind the handle piece there. Oop. Come on, there we go. And that way around, that way around. That slots into that corner there. There we go, that's better. Get a bit of pressure on it. And it all clicks. Okay. So we have one of them, two of them. Does that look right? Yeah, that looks right. 2x1 next to there, and then that. There we go. A 3x1 plate there. With those two. So 3x1 goes on the end like that, and then these go down the length. Now along the back we have those and ingot piece. So on each side, start off with a smooth. Then we have these with the two studs on each end, and then the ingot piece goes in the centre there. And now we're covering a lot of stuff up. I think this is towards the end of the bag as well. So let's just scoot these over a little bit so I can bring these into the middle and work on it from there. So we have, yeah, those are separated out evenly. We have the longer one across there, then the 2x4s there. Same again on this side. So that goes all the way to the back. Then the 2x4s like that. And then these grey pieces go all the way down this one side here, and this will be the last set of pieces for this bag and for tonight. I'm thinking once we've finished this, I think we're going to call it a night. We've got 2 hours go. That is looking blooming awesome. So we have built up the sides, so it's looking pretty much, from the side elevations anyway, it's looking almost exactly like it should do. Not got the front cover on yet, that's going to come soon, but we have the power and reset button along with a little light which sadly doesn't light up. Got the controller ports over on the side over here. On this side we've got the audio and video jacks. On the back we have the power and the white jack that I can never remember what that was for, and also a little hidden feature that we've just built into it as well. That side piece comes off, and hidden underneath we have a little hidden Mario level with the steps jumping up here, platforms, the end pipe, and the hidden water pipes at the very end as well. A nice little hidden feature there. Got to remember that's there for the future, because I'm bound to forget. I will pop that back on. And that, as they say, is that for today. I'm sorry, Jer, I know. But what can I say? I've got an awesome girlfriend. She treats me like I don't deserve. What can I say? She's amazing. Yeah, so she's kind of helping me with streaming by getting me kits that I definitely wasn't expecting. And it's a lot of fun doing them. It really is. So yeah, we've got that bag 6 completed for today. Next stream looks like we're going to be finishing off the top of the console and building the cartridge, if you can see in the instructions. And yeah, so next stream we should get this finished. Then we'll be building the controller, and then we'll be moving on to building the TV. But that's going to have to wait for the weekend, I think. I'm going to have to sort out when my stream days are going to be. I realised when Midget Hedgehog came back that I kind of stole her stream days since she wasn't here. She tries to stream on a Tuesday and Thursday, so I'm going to switch up my days a little bit. My Lego building will still be at the weekends unless I have problems and I'm not able to get on. And then in the week, probably a Wednesday and probably a Monday, shall we say? Yeah, Monday and Wednesday. Let's aim for that. We'll do some gaming. Couple of hours after work. That way we should have a bit of fun and I can relax as well. But in the meantime, we're going to have to find someone to raid, I think. Don't even know who's on. Let's fire up the other window. Do I have anyone that we can go and say hello to? Ooh, I tell you what. I've not raided Ra I've never raided Ra, to be honest. She's never been live when I've been going. What do you say we go and reanimate her? She's a horror streamer. She's currently playing an indie game called Grave Chase. But yeah, we'll go and say hello to Ra. She's a great streamer. If I can remember how to spell her name. Reanimate her. That should be the one. Hit the button. Yep, that's her. So yeah, let's go along. Say hello to Ra. Let her know where you came from, and thank you all for joining. It's been great having you along for the ride. As I say, I'm going to try and stream again the weekend, probably Saturday now. Yeah, we'll see how we get on, and we'll get on with some games next week. In the meantime, thank you for coming along. Thank you for joining me for this bit of build. Wrong one. There we go. Let's try again. Pro streamer. And I shall see you again next time. In the meantime, bye bye.
Was it working before?